Okay, awesome. Y'all, I'm super excited to do this training tonight. If you guys have been following me on Instagram, you'll know that I'm the work from home couple on Instagram. My name is Ben Boyle, and my wife and I have been doing this digital marketing, affiliate marketing thing for a little while now. Um, but it has completely changed our life, and we literally started off from scratch a year and a half ago. We took a course and we just followed the steps, and it transformed our life completely. Made $10,000 in our first 30 days. Um, and that just blew my mind because I was skeptical. I was seeing other people doing this online and talking about it, and I didn't know if it was real or like if that kind of money was something that was available to normal people like me. So um, when I had that success that quickly, I was just like, oh wow, that's insane. I didn't expect to do that well that quickly. And I'll be honest with you guys, it doesn't happen that fast for everybody. But this business model works and it's actually real. And so I am excited to share with you what it looks like and how it actually works so that you're not just sitting there scrolling through videos that are 5 seconds long of people trying to tell you how to make money and you can never figure it out. So that's kind of the point of doing this training tonight, is so that you can wrap your head around the process, what it actually looks like, and how you can actually do it yourself to make money. This is, in my opinion, the most accessible, beginner-friendly way to make money that I've ever encountered. And so if you're willing to invest the time and energy to learn how to do this, it can pay off big time on the back end once you get things up and running. So um, I want this to be interactive. This is like a space where it's not just me sitting here talking to you. This is an actual live webinar, and I'd love for you guys to ask questions as we go. Um, and I am recording this, so if you guys, if anybody's watching the recording later on, feel free to text me on my phone number if you have questions, and I'll try to respond as soon as I see it. But the whole point of this is not for me to talk to you, it's for you to get answers and for you to actually get a better understanding of what this is all about. So that's what I'm here to help you guys do. All right. Just to start off, I would love to give you guys kind of a basic framework of what it is that I do. Because I'm sure you guys are inundated on your social media accounts with tons of people talking about how to make money online. Put a one in the chat if you have seen somebody besides me talking about how to make money on your social media. Put a two in the chat if you can't even count how many people you've seen talking about how to make money. There's tons of them out there, obviously. So I get it. It's a lot to sift through and it's overwhelming, which is why I decided to be accessible and actually help you guys understand it. What I do specifically is a combination of digital marketing. Well, it's all digital marketing. Digital marketing is an umbrella term for basically making money online by marketing products. I do a combination of affiliate marketing, which is basically advertising other companies' products for them and making a commission off of the sales of those products online. And the other side of this is selling digital products. And the cool thing about selling digital products is that can be either affiliate or it can be products that you own yourself or own the rights to that you can sell for 100% profit. And I like both, but I really love digital products because it takes all of the hassle of physical products out of the picture. With physical products, you got production costs, you've got inventory, you've got shipping, you've got customer service. It's not available to everybody worldwide. It's only available to certain people. When you're dealing with digital products, it takes all that away and it just makes it super seamless, instant transaction, and oftentimes 100% profit on every sale. So it's just a really awesome way to bring value to the marketplace. So I'm going to go into both tonight and show you guys how these things work. But in general, as an overview, what you need to be successful with digital marketing is three things, three aspects. Okay. You've got to have a product, number one, okay, to sell, obviously, but you've got to have a good product that adds value to the marketplace. Okay. Once you've got a good product, then you need number two, a platform online where people can purchase your product. Okay. You've got to have a website where somebody can go and actually put in their payment information and buy it and you get paid. Okay. That's number two. Number three is once you have your product and you have your website where people can buy it, you've actually got to get those people to go to your website, right? You've got to find customers, you got to have traffic. And so those three puzzle pieces, if you can get those things to happen, then you can make money in your sleep and you can build an amazing online business. And that's exactly what I've done. And that's what I'm helping tons of people learn how to do. But I'm going to show you tonight on this webinar exactly how you can do all that. Okay. And the tools that I use and just give you guys a rundown. So if you're ready to dive in, go ahead and put some emojis in the chat and let's explore like how this actually works. Okay, so let's talk about number one, the product. Okay. If you have ever thought about doing digital marketing or making money online and you see people talking about it, but you're like, I don't have anything to sell, then put a one in the chat. Okay, if that's you. I get it. Same here. I didn't have $1 million products sitting on my shelf that I was just like waiting for people to come buy. So I was like, what would I even sell if I'm going to start a business like this? Okay, so I understand that that is a concern. What's really crazy is that you don't have to come into this with a product or even an idea. Some people think they've got to create their own product in order to be successful. You do not. Okay, there are so many products that already exist out there on the market that you, as a normal average person, can come in and start marketing and make money off of other people's products. Okay, now you can create your own product. And what I thought with creating my own product was that that would be like you've got to have a degree or you've got to be like really good at something. You got to be like some expert. Okay, and you really don't. With artificial intelligence, Chat GPT, Canva, and some other tools, it is so much easier than I thought to create your own digital product. I can do it in an afternoon, make a new ebook without knowing anything about that topic. Okay, that's just the craziness of the world we live in. But you can definitely do that. Now, some people don't want to do that, and that's okay. So I'm going to show you a couple different places where you can actually get done for you products that already exist that you can make money marketing online. I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to show you a couple websites that, hang on. Okay. Sorry, I had to reload my browser really quick. Is it there? Bear with me, hang on. Almost there. Okay. All right, give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can see my screen. It says start, scale, and automate your online business. All right, so I'm not affiliated with this company or anything. So like, I'm not trying to sell you on this specific website. But I do want to just show you a couple places where you can go and you can find affiliate products that other people have created. And you can literally like just get a partnership with them and start making commission on selling their products. Okay, so there's tons of products, as you can see here, 8,500 high converting offers that you can promote with the fastest payouts in the industry. Okay, so like 8,500 offers that are already on the market that have been proven to work that people want to buy. and you can just pick which one like you feel aligned with and start marketing it and selling it and making money. Okay, this is digistore24.com. You can go check it out. Here's another example. This is ClickBank, same type of deal. It's basically a marketplace for affiliate products where you can go and find products that you want to sell online that and you can just like basically apply and get it set up and get your affiliate link and be off to the races. Okay. So this is just another example. There's plenty of websites out there similar to this, but it's just way easier than most people think to like get started with this. Now, once like when it comes to a product, you don't want to just like pick any product off the shelf. You want to make sure that number one, my advice is pick something that you're either interested in or that you have some knowledge about or something like that. Doesn't have to be something that you again like are super expert at, but at least make it something that is enjoyable for you to talk about or relate to people on. That way you don't feel bored or like stuck when you're advertising about this, right? So just find something that works for you. And that's one of the things that I do with a lot of my one-on-one mentees is like in the beginning, that's the first conversation is, okay, what are your likes? What are your dislikes? What are your passions? What are your hobbies? What things have you done in your career? Where's your expertise at? And then we'll find something that's within one of those spaces, just so it's like aligned with you. All right. Now, the second thing about a product is you want to make sure that it's something that is like truly adding value. So if you're going to create a product, it needs to be something that solves somebody's problem. That is all this business model is you're helping people solve their problems, especially with digital products. It's about educating. It's about, can you show somebody how to do something that they didn't know how to do already? And can you put it in a format that makes it really easy for them to digest and learn something new in a very short space of time? Because people will pay you for that and they'll pay you very well for that. So that is what digital marketing is all about, is connecting the dots between a good product that solves a problem and the person that has that problem and needs that solution. And you, because you were able to connect those two dots, you get paid. Okay, so that's how this works. Now I'm going to show you, once you've got a good product, you need to be able to set up a platform online, a website, or some people call them sales funnels, where people can go and purchase that product. Okay. If when I just said the word like create a platform, build a website, sales funnel, if you're like eyes glazed over and you start to feel like there's no way on God's green earth I could ever do any of those things, then put a 3 in the chat. Okay. I feel you on that because that's exactly how I felt. I was like, literally before a year and a half ago, when I was getting started with this, I did not know how to set up a website. I didn't even know how to do the basic stuff. Okay. Like I had purchased domains in the past and I didn't know what to do with them. Like it was a completely foreign world to me. I don't know how to code. I didn't even take a computer class in high school, much less college. Okay. I know how to do the basic functions. Like give me an amen if you're like, I can manage my phone, but that's about the limit of my capacity. I totally feel you on that. Okay. You do not need to know how to code in order to do what I do. All right. You don't need to be a computer whiz or nerd or anything like that. I'm going to show you right now a couple different platforms. There's a bunch of different platforms for this too, but I'm going to show you the one that I used when I got started. And this is how I built my first website. Okay, this is a website called System.io, and it is basically like a beginner-friendly way to build a website that you can launch online. In even for my first one, it took me less than a week to do this. Okay, to set it all up and get it ready to go. What I love about this website, bar none, stop share, pause, is that it is free to create your first website. Okay. Shocking. Like I didn't think that there was a place where you could literally build a website and they would host it online for you for free. But it exists. Okay. So you can build your first website for free on systemio.com or sorry, system.io. Um, Now I do have an affiliate uh, partnership with this company. You would too if you sign up for an account, and I'm going to put that in the link. But obviously, if you're using the free version, I don't make any money off of that. But if you ever did upgrade in the future, I would get a small commission. So, full disclosure, if you want to get an account with System.io for free, that's a link you can use. But let me show you how cool this system is. Again, this is the first one that I used just to get started for my business. Okay, so what this does, and this is just their front page. So I'm just showing you like what's on the website. You can see this for yourself too. But you can create sales funnels. What a sales funnel is basically just a website. That's all it is. It's a website. But it has a series of sales pages for a product. The design is like in order to automate the process of a customer making a decision and purchasing a product without you having to be involved. That's all that means. Okay, so it's just a series of web pages. I'll explain a little bit more detail about the best structure for this in a second. But this is where you can build all this. And what I love is if you can see in this little example image right here, you see how there's like a bunch of different like blocks with different colors and stuff. These are each templates for your website. So you don't have to start from scratch because like I'm not great at design. Um, you don't have to be. Like these are pre-made websites that are already built out. All the functions, the buttons are all working together and everything. You basically just edit the text and the images and the colors if you want to. Okay, so you don't have to build it from scratch. You can just take a template that you like the look of and put your product into there, make the text about your product, um, and then you can launch it. So it's like basically copy paste, drag and drop type of stuff that makes it really user friendly for people like you and me that are computer illiterate. Um, okay, you can also manage email campaigns from within here, which is fantastic because then you can actually like run marketing campaigns to your customers. All these things, trust me, I had no clue what even this stuff meant when I started, but it shows you how to do it. Okay, so you can build your websites, you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. You can even create online courses in this platform, which you don't need to do, but it's there. And then I love that it has automations built into this so that you don't actually have to do a whole lot of work once you set this up. If you set it up right, then basically what's going to happen, and this is where this gets really good. Okay. So if you tuned out for a second because I was talking about website stuff, like tune back in for a second. Okay. um, why is this business model so good? The reason that it's so good is that for everything else that I've done in my life, and I've tried a lot of different ways to make money. Okay. Like you name it, network marketing, flipping land, like flea market booth, uh, all different kinds of side hustles. Okay. And I've like spent a lot of money on courses. I've tried a bunch of different stuff, but everything that I've tried in the past, like truly, no matter how it was marketed, the reality was that if you really wanted to be successful doing that, it was a full-time thing. Like it's not a side hustle. Like, yeah, I mean, maybe you can make a couple $100 if it's, part-time, but if you want to make real good income with these things, usually it's like 12 to 18 hours a day, like, which isn't bad, because I did make some good money doing that, but it didn't give me freedom. What I love about what I do now, starting a year and a half ago, I actually was able to only put in 2 hours a day to be successful with this. Okay. Once you have everything set up and in place, you use these automations so that you're posting on social media and then your customer goes to your website, they'll put in their email address, an automated email campaign kicks in to where it's sending like the computer sending emails to these people without you even paying attention. And then they go back to your website at some point and make a purchase. They put in their credit card information and the money goes to your bank and you didn't have to be there. You didn't even have to like pay attention. You could be on the beach. You could be taking a nap and you wake up and you look on your phone and you've got like email notifications that you got paid multiple times because people were going through your automated system. Okay, that is the beauty of what this business model creates for you if you do it the right way. All right. So I paused to share that with you because I want you to understand the big picture here. When I'm talking about automations and websites and all this stuff, it's like, yeah, I get it. It sounds really complicated, and in some senses, it is a little bit complicated. That's why not everybody is doing this. But you only have to set it up once, okay? And then if you do it right, then it's just there and it works for you when you're sleeping, okay? So System.io that I was just showing you is a platform that just makes that process really seamless and easy. Um, and again, it took me a week, like working through the course that I took to learn how to set everything up and do all the pieces, put it all together. But then a week later, I launched and I started making sales within 2 weeks after that. All right. And then by the end of a month, I made $10,000. Okay. So it's a snowball effect kind of thing. Now I'm having like days where I'm making like 1,000, 3,000, $4,000 in a day. And I'm only still having to work like a couple hours a day, which is insane. So let me explain to you a little bit more in detail. Because again, I want to give you guys actually enough information to where you can actually take action. So if you were to want to build a website that serves as a sales funnel for your product, you want to make sure that includes a few things. Okay, so if you're taking notes, the main part of your sales page is going to be just that, a sales page. It's a page where people go and they learn about your product. So it tells them the features, the benefits, the value, answers maybe frequently asked questions, maybe explains the history of it, whatever it is, depends on your product. But it's basically just a description of your product and why people should spend their money to buy it. Like, what is it going to do for them? And that's the main part. Okay. Then, of course, the second part is going to be a place for them to actually complete payment and complete their purchase. So they've got to have like you got to have a payment system there that can accept their payment. That's another thing. You don't need to like be super. It's not super complicated. Like I can show you how to just connect PayPal or Stripe or something like that. You set up an account. System.io makes it really simple to integrate those into your website, and that way, when people put in their credit card information, it's automatically processed and you get a deposit. Okay, so it's something you just set up once, then you forget about it. I don't even remember how I set it up, to be honest. I just did it, followed the instructions, and then it was done. All right. So you get your sales page, then you got basically an order form where people can purchase, and then after they complete the purchase, there's a thank you page. Okay, basically it's just saying, hey, thanks, confirmation screen, whatever, you purchased it. If it's a digital product, it gives them the download where they can download the product. And then that's it. Those are the three basic components of a sales page. Now, let me share with you a component that I added to my process that took my business to a whole nother level. I went to $30,000 a month just by doing two things for my business. Okay. And I'll get to the other thing in just a little bit when we talk about social media. But the first thing that I did was I created an opt-in on my website to collect email addresses in exchange for a free product. Okay. So have you put a 2 in the chat if you have ever gone to a website and you have a little pop-up window that pops up that says, hey, subscribe to our email list and we'll give you 20% off or something like that, or we'll give you like a free download on like recipes for lunch or something. Pretty much every big website has that at this point. It's pretty common. The reason for that is that if somebody goes to your website and let's say that they saw your post on Instagram And they were like, oh, wow, that looks really great. I need that. They go to your website and they're reading about it. They're like, oh, yeah, this looks really cool. And then their kid spills Kool-Aid on the white sofa. And they're like, oh, shoot. Like they drop their phone, they put their computer away, and they like run to go clean up that mess. Takes them 15 minutes. They come back to their computer. They've completely forgotten about your product. They've completely forgotten. And they probably go on to another, like to do another stuff, and they don't even come back to your website. They'll probably never find you again, statistically. Okay. But they were your perfect customer. Now, if the first thing that they did when they got on your website was that they put in their email address, then when that kind of thing happens, you have an automated email campaign that just starts dripping into their email inbox, like talking about your product. Then tomorrow, when they get that email, they're like, oh, thank God, I completely forgot. I actually really wanted that. I'm now going to go buy it. Okay. So that's why you want to put that email opt in as the first step on the website. But you got to give something in exchange. Like people aren't just going to give you their email address for free, right? So as long as you're offering them some type of value, whether it's a discount or whether it's a free download or something like that, then you can build an email list so that now you've got multiple ways to communicate with your customers. It's not just social media anymore. It's now you're actually communicating with them over email, and you build more trust and you get more touch points to where they actually are going to be more likely to purchase down the road. Okay. So once I started doing that, that made my business go a lot further, really a lot faster. And so that's a just a pro tip. When you're building your website, make sure you incorporate that as like the first touch point on your website. Okay. System.io makes that really easy to do. You just basically like add a pop-up window. It's already pre-formatted. It'll let you edit the text on it and stuff like that. Okay. So any questions about that part of the puzzle? I know I kind of blew through that really quick and it's a lot of technical stuff. But at the end of the day, just know that it's something that anybody can learn how to do quickly. And like I said, it took me a week to learn this stuff and get it all set up. So any questions about any of that? Cool. All right, so let's talk about here's a question. If it isn't your own product, do you set up the same kind of page? Great question. That's actually a fantastic question. Thank you for bringing that up. So if it's not your product, if you're doing an affiliate product, most of the time the company is actually going to have a page like that for you. They're going to give you a link that's tied to your account so that you get paid, but they'll set it all up so that it looks great and it's got good, they've already done all the hard work for you. So you can either just share that affiliate link directly with your customers, or a lot of times what's a great way to add value is you have a landing page. And a landing page is basically like an intermediate step. It's good for two reasons. Number one, you can brand it yourself. You can include your little bio and why you love the product, add a little bit of an extra flavor to it. That way your customer isn't seeing your branding on your marketing and then going to their page and being like, why does this look different? Right. So you've got maybe an intermediate step that just introduces the product from you, and then has a link that goes to their affiliate link from there. The second reason why that's a good idea is you can do what I just said about the opt-in, so that you're collecting email addresses for your customers before they get to the company's website. Okay, so I do recommend having a landing page, but it's not absolutely necessary. But it does simplify your setup process, because then you're only building one page instead of the whole funnel. So does that answer your question? Any other questions? Okay, awesome. All right. So if you have any other questions, I'll swing back around. But let's talk about the third aspect of this, which is how to get traffic. Okay. Let's be honest. If you have the best product on the planet with the best sales page and the absolute most awesome email campaigns and automations, but if nobody can find your website, you're not going to make $1. Okay. The most important thing in this process is, how do you actually find your customers? How do you get people to go to your website, period? Okay. And that is where social media comes into play. Um, this is I think the area that a lot of people get stuck on when they come into digital marketing. Uh, how many of you guys have ever thought that you need to have like a ton of followers and be a huge influencer in order to make money with affiliate marketing or digital marketing? Feel free to say yes. Like I thought the same thing. Okay. Um, what's actually shocking is that you do not have to. You don't have to have a lot of followers. You don't have to be a mega influencer. I think where people get this mixed up is that when you start doing the right things on social media, you're going to very quickly grow a following if you're doing the right things. Okay. So if you look at my Instagram page, you're going to see that I've got 140,000 followers. Okay. Which is a lot, right? But let me just bring you back to when I started. I had 0 followers on Instagram. I made $10,000 in my first 30 days starting at 0. So if I would have thought I've got to have 140,000 followers to be successful, then I wouldn't have started and I wouldn't have made that. But you don't need to have 140,000. What's interesting is that I've gotten 140,000 because I kept doing the right things. So that grew out of my success, not the other way around. Okay, and that's usually how it works. If you start growing a following really fast, you're good. If unless you started a month ago or 2 months ago, you're not going to stay at 0. You're going to keep growing your following, and so then the people that you see talking about how much money they made online, they do have big followings, but they didn't start there, right? So that's where people get mixed up with this. I made $10,000 with less than 1,000 followers. Even at the end of that month, I still had less than 1,000 followers. Okay, so it is not the following that makes the difference. What makes the difference is what you're posting and how you're doing it. Okay, so this is where like I feel like I really hit gold, I guess, with the social media part of things, because I guess the strategy that I implemented really worked, and it still works to this day. Like I haven't even changed much with my strategy even now. Um, it continues to work, and it works for everybody if you're doing it the right way. All right, so I'm going to share with you guys a couple tidbits of this. There's a lot of things, a lot of little tweaks and details that I've gotten better at over the years, or the year and a half that I've been doing this. But at the bottom line, um, there's a couple things that you need to kind of wrap your head around and understand about how social media works, because it's this huge mystery to most people. Um, and it's still largely a mystery to me, but I've gotten my head wrapped around a few things that dictate your success or failure. Okay, number one, and that is the Instagram algorithm and how it functions. Okay, how many of you guys have also thought that you have to spend money on ads or pay for marketing in order to like make money online, to actually get exposure? There's a lot of people, a lot of businesses think you've got to spend money on ads. You know, it's all about ROI and ad spend and all this stuff. Um, I think I think companies are crazy how much money they spend on advertising. And maybe it works for them and great. But like to me, if I don't have to spend money, I don't want to spend money. If I can do it without spending money, why would I? Right? And I've learned that I don't have to spend money on ads to get in front of my target audience and find new people and get them to be my customers. And neither do you. So um that's again, like free is always good, right? So when you go on your social media and let's say you set up a brand new account, how are you going to get in front of new people? The way that you're going to do that is you're going to not start posting to your target audience from day one. A lot of people make this mistake. They start talking as if they've got their target audience like already in the room. And so they're like, you know, being like really cutesy and spending a lot of time making their posts look really good. And they're like building relationship and stuff like that. And they've got like 4 followers. And I'm like, you're not there yet. It's like, this looks fantastic, but let's get you some followers first before we start building relationships. And the way that you do that is you have to recognize that your first audience is the Instagram algorithm. What I mean by that is you want to post initially almost on repeat, like the same type of content, the same keywords, the same messaging over and over and over again. Now it's got to be geared towards your target audience and it's got to be like talking about those issues. But whatever product that you're offering, you want to basically get Instagram's algorithm to, as quickly as possible, understand what your main point is. And you do that by posting 3 reels a day, with the same type of content that like is going viral in your niche. All right. So you see what's on social media, you see people talking about things that are in that same niche. If you're selling like a potty training guide or something like that, then you're going to be posting viral reels about kids stuff and like, potty training or things that are adjacent to that. All right. So you see other people's reels that are getting tons of content and you kind of like draw inspiration from that, recreate it yourself. Don't just download and repost their video. Don't ever do that. Literally just find it and say, how can I remake this video with my own video content? And then you post that. You try to do 2 to 3 reels a day, and you just don't worry about if anybody sees it. Okay. At the beginning, doesn't matter if you get views, doesn't matter if you get comments. I don't expect you to in the first couple of weeks. Now, if you keep doing that over a period of time, how many of you guys would go through the time and energy to post 2 to 3 times a day for 3 weeks if you knew that at the end of it, you were going to get a $5,000 paycheck? Let me know in the chat. Okay. It's not that hard. It's like, that's why I'm talking about 2 hours a day. Once you got all your website and everything set up, that's a one-time deal. Then you just posting on social media and you just check in, you do your checklist, you post your stuff, and then you can check out and go about your day, do the rest of your stuff. Forget about it. Okay. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to make $5,000 at the end of 3 weeks, of course. But what I'm saying is that like most people, this is where they get tripped up. They'll spend like hours making their first couple reels and they'll post them and they get 0 comments and 0 views. And they think that they're screwed and that they're not good at Instagram and that it didn't work for them. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's like the same mindset when people sign up for a gym membership in January for their New Year's resolutions, and they go to the gym twice and they don't get a 6-pack and then they think it's broken. It's not going to work for them, and then they quit. It's like, no, that's not how life works. You've got to be committed to the process. And if you're committed to the process over time and you continue to stay consistent with this stuff, then like on the back end, it's like fantastic results. But most people just give up before they get there. So I want to be completely transparent with all of you guys. If you're going to get into this business model, go into it with the expectation that this is not a get rich quick, because it's not. Okay. Contrary to what some of these posts on Instagram make it sound like, this is something that like, you want to just kind of be working on in the background of your life, but you want to be consistent about it. And then at some point, if you're doing this stuff consistently, the Instagram algorithm will go to work for you. The Instagram algorithm loves consistency. In fact, it glorifies consistency. And if you're consistent with the right messaging over time, it starts to be like, okay, now I get what Deborah's all about, because Deborah's been posting about the same exact stuff for 2 weeks now. And so now I'm going to go find all of the people. This is a computer algorithm. This is not a real person on Instagram. Okay. But just bear with me. Instagram's algorithm is gathering all that data that you're posting. And then it goes out and it says, okay, now I've got 2 billion people on my platform, literally 2.4 or something like that, billion people. And out of all these 2.4 billion people, I'm going to find all of the matches for what Deborah's posting. And all the people that have been liking and commenting and sharing similar content to what Deborah's posting, we're going to start showing Deborah's posts now to all these people. And if it does well, we're going to show it to more people. So the algorithm is your friend to give you free marketing because Instagram's main objective is to make their customers happy and show them what they want to see. So that's the beauty of this is if you've got something that your customers want to see, Instagram is going to do the work for you to find those people and show it to them. And that's why you don't have to pay for ads. Okay. So all that to say, um, post short 3 to 7 second reels 2 to 3 times a day and just keep doing it and stay consistent. And eventually your customers are going to come to you. Now, this brings me to another aspect of what got me from 10,000 a month to 30,000 a month was that your automations on Instagram can make a big impact when you start to scale. Okay. So in the beginning, you don't need automations. Don't even worry about it because you're not going to get comments right away usually. Once you start getting more comments than you can like reply to within like your little 2 hour window every day, then I recommend setting up an automation with ManyChat, which is what I use. And basically, like you can have an autoresponder. You tell people to comment a keyword, and then ManyChat will literally see that comment and it'll send that person a message with the link to your website, so that you don't have to pay attention to your Instagram at all. Okay, so you just put up your posts, and then people comment, and ManyChat takes them to your website for you, and then they put in their email address. They get automated emails. They go back to your website. They purchase your product, and you just keep living your life, doing your thing, knocking out your checklist in an hour or two a day, and you start making money on autopilot. Okay. So now do you guys understand how these pieces fit together so that you really don't have to bring a whole lot to the table except a willingness to bite the bullet in the beginning when you're not getting paid to do these action steps and set this stuff up and then stay consistent on social media. Does that make sense? This business model legitimately changed my life. Okay. And if it were not for this, I will tell you guys, over the last year, my wife has gone through some of the like most horrific health stuff, that I won't get into details with, but like just one thing after another that was just so hard for her to handle. And we ended up like we didn't have access to the care that she needed where we live. So we ended up having to travel to California, to Florida, cross country trips on a frequent basis to get her the care and treatment that she needed. And if I had to show up to a 9 to 5 job during that time, like I don't know what we would have done because she either wouldn't have gotten the care that she needed because she couldn't travel by herself. I had to go with her, or I would have had to quit my job. And thankfully, I'm so thankful to God that we were able to get into this before that happened so that I didn't even have to think about this. Like, like maybe it would be like 11 o'clock at night at the end of the day, and I would get on there and like do my checklist and then go back to taking care of her. But that was what sustained us through some really horrific times in our life. And it just makes me realize that like there's a lot of people out there that are going through hard things in their life and they don't have something like this. Like they don't have a way to be able to make money in a couple hours a day. They don't have a way to be able to like pay for all the medical treatments that they need, and that's like really unfortunate. And so that's why I'm really passionate about helping people, and sharing this with you guys and this opportunity because it's something that anybody can do, truly. And if you're willing to actually like I said, be consistent with it and invest the time up front to learn this, it is life changing and it is so valuable. And you can create multiple streams of income with this. I've created 8 streams of income now using the same exact system on repeat. And so it's really just a really great opportunity. So all that to say, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I hope this was valuable for you tonight. I want to share that if you wanted to go out and just literally start this on your own right now, you totally can. Okay, you can do it for free using the tools that I showed you. You're going to have to do some research though, and you're going to have to kind of put some of these pieces together and learn the steps to bring it all together for yourself. All right. So by all means, if that's all you can do, then do that. All right. Now, I'll be honest with you. If I was going to do that on my own like that, then it would have probably taken me like 6 months or so, 6 to 12 months to figure this all out and actually get through it. And I probably wouldn't have had the patience to do that on my own, just being realistic. Um, I learned how to do this by taking a course. Okay. And I spent $500 for that course. It's hands down the best money that I ever spent in my life. And it hurt at the time because we didn't have money to throw at something like that. Um, but that $500 investment turned into learning how to do this in a week, getting everything launched, and then I made 10,000 in my first month. Okay, and now again, I'm not saying you're going to make 10,000 in your first month because that's not a guarantee at all. In fact, most people don't make that much that fast. But if you are looking to fast track this and learn how to do it right the first time, then I highly recommend doing that. There's payment plans too. But I understand that not everybody wants to just buy a course without understanding what it's about. Okay. So I want to show you guys the course that I recommend to learn A to Z, everything you'll ever need to know about this, and how to set all this up step by step. But I'm going to show you what the course looks like, what's involved, and what you get for that so that you're not going into this blind. Does that sound fair? And then it's up to you to decide if you want to like take that information and invest in that so that you can get up and running quickly, or if you want to go out and try to do this on your own for free. I'm not going to pressure you into either one of those options. So I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to show you what's inside of Digital Wealth Academy. Okay, this is the course. It's actually built off of the exact same course material that I took when I started, although it's way more information and way better now than when I got started with this. Okay, and it's a lot easier to follow. Each one of these blocks in the course here is a module. So this is like multiple lessons, multiple videos in each module. And it's all video content that's just going to walk you through every step of this process. Okay. The first module is just honestly how to use the course, how to navigate it, and how to decide which route you're going to go, because this teaches you multiple ways to make money online. Okay. And then it goes through all kinds of stuff, mindset, which is really important for being successful with this. It goes through like even like legal documents and how to protect yourself and your business. If you want to create your own digital product, it goes through how to do that. It also goes through how to set up your sales funnel. Just like on the System.io that I was showing you, they give you 4 different options for doing this, but System.io is one of them. So this module literally walks you through the System.io platform step by step, and it shows you exactly what to do. Like click this button, type this in here, go here, do this, do that. So you're never having to like guess. It's literally visually shown to you on the screen and you can just follow along. Okay, so it goes through every step of this process. And these are all literally like, anywhere from 1 minute to 5 minutes videos. So you're not like this, where it's like super boring and some dude's just talking at you the whole time, like tonight. Okay, like these are really easy for people with ADHD to stay on task and keep going. But anyway, that's System.io. And then email marketing tells you everything you need to know about that. The content vault is really cool because it actually has a little freebie that you can use and some other content and stuff in there too. Let's see. Tells you how to do viral reels, teaches you how to make reels. Even if you want to get more advanced with like editing and stuff, you don't have to do all that, but it gets fun like the more you learn about this stuff. And then, yeah, Instagram. let's see. If you're a dude like me, there's a whole module on men's digital marketing. Oh, let me talk about faceless marketing for 1 second. Okay. How many of you guys are not wanting to like show your face online and you feel like you are scared to be on camera or you don't want people to know about this for whatever reason? That's okay. You do not have to show your face like I do. You can totally do this faceless and you can be just as successful with a faceless account. A lot of people ask me that, like, can you actually be successful going the faceless route? Yeah, 100% you can. And the proof of that is that one of my students that I work with one-on-one, she does a faceless account. She posts videos of animals all day. And like, she made $10,000 in 1 day the other week. Okay. Now she's been doing this for like 5 or 6 months, but she still had a $10,000 day, not counting all the money she made the rest of the month. Um, and she's doing this faceless. So it's definitely feasible to do really well like that. Let me share this one more time. Getting back to Digital Wealth Academy. Okay, this is page 1. Okay, now you go to page 2. More stuff: automations, affiliate marketing, how to use TikTok and TikTok Shop. Even talks about YouTube and UGC, creating your own course, all this different stuff. Yeah, it seriously goes on and on. You don't have to watch all this to get up and running, but there's just it's lifetime access to all this information that you can continue to learn as you go. In addition to that, there's a communities tab where you can learn from everybody else that's doing this. And let me just show you, so you don't just take it from me, people's testimonials about how much money they're making with this, which is insane. People making money in an hour. 7 days in, making $8,000. Okay, so like, it's crazy when you go in the testimonials tab. Like, I do this all the time, and it's just insane. Every day, people are posting new stuff. So, so anyway, that's Digital Wealth Academy. Again, if you guys are interested in getting into that, so you can learn how to do this, I'm going to put the link here in the chat. If you're watching the recording, you won't be able to see the chat, so just text me DWA or Digital Wealth Academy, and I'll send you the link. My number is 504 402 8266. But for those of you who are on your live, like, that's the link to Digital Wealth Academy where you can sign up for that. Now, there are payment plans too. So if you need to take advantage of a payment plan or you want more information about that, then just text me payment plan and I'll explain the different options for the payment plans that are available. Okay, that's my number right there in the chat. So the cost for Digital Wealth Academy is $497 US. Okay, and that's lifetime access. There's no monthly costs involved. You literally have access to all that stuff that I just showed you for life. And that course material continually is updated and improved and added to. Like, even just over the last few months, like, it has been like so much more value has been packed into there, but they don't make you pay more to get that as those updates come in. So anyway, so highly recommend that. Now, I've had a lot of people that have come to me and they've said, hey, Ben, listen, I really just want to get up and running as quickly as possible. And I want to make $10,000 a month as quickly as possible. And I just want somebody to show me how to do it step by step and like not have to watch a bunch of videos or like take the time to figure this out. I just want an expert to literally walk me through it. Can you do that? And I was like, well, it's going to take me a lot of time. But I had so many people ask me for this that I created a program specifically for that. And it's my Elite Mentorship. I call it a 6-figure elite because it's designed to help you get up and running to get like to basically do what I did, which is start making 10,000 a month as quickly as possible. Okay. And I literally, in that program, I will walk you through, instead of sending you to go watch videos, I will get on a Zoom or a phone call with you and we'll have conversations and I will literally guide you through the whole process, how to set everything up, looking over your shoulder. You'll have me in your back pocket to make sure that you're doing it all right and as efficiently as possible, so that when you launch, you know that you've got everything dialed in exactly the way that I would if I were launching my business. All right, so you'll get 15 sessions with me, and then unlimited access on text and email to like literally walk you through this entire process. So if you're interested in that, then I just want you to text me the word elite. I've only got a couple spots available for this because it is like really like intensive time with me. And obviously I don't have unlimited time. So if you want information on that, just text me the word elite and I'll get with you and see if this is a good fit for you. Um, and there's payment plans available for that as well. So feel free to just text me the word elite and we can chat about that. But Camille asked, of your 8 digital streams, is this one the most profitable? At this point, yes. This is my main offer. So it definitely is my most profitable at this moment. In the past, I've made more money from selling other stuff. But at this moment, it is, yes. I've kind of geared everything that I'm currently advertising is now really about digital marketing education. So that's kind of where my focus is. But that's not to say that you need to sell something like this to be profitable or to do really well. I've got a lot of people I've worked with that are selling other kinds of stuff, especially in like the health and wellness space or the relationship space. There's a lot of things you can be very profitable with outside of digital marketing. Any other questions you guys have? And by the way, Camille, if you did want to market Digital Wealth Academy, that is an option. It's a affiliate product now, so you can make 85% commission if you did want to resell the course at some point. But it's definitely not. That's not like the main thing, and it's not what the course is all about. Some people are like, "Is this just a course to sell a course to other people?" And it's absolutely not. The intent of this education is to teach you how to launch a business online. And a lot of people that I work with have their own businesses, or they want to create their own business and do other things. And I think that's the best value of this. The animal videos. No, the animal videos have nothing to do with what she's selling. It's just instead of posting a video of herself, she's just posting like it's just kind of a way to get attention because people love watching tigers and giraffes and stuff like that. So she's just using the video to get attention, but then the messaging, the text that's on the video has nothing to do with that. So no, it's not a stupid question. But she's not getting paid to post reels. She's actually advertising other things and selling other things. Any other questions? And literally, guys, you can ask me anything. I am happy to answer your questions because I know for me, when I was looking into this, I was skeptical. I had a lot of questions. And, it's not, I don't take it lightly when somebody wants to embark on a journey like this because you do want to be invested for the next few months if you're going to be successful with this. And so you want to make sure that you're getting your questions answered so that you're not like having something in the back of your mind that you're hung up on. So I'm happy to answer those questions that you guys have. Yeah, Camille, the course does cover how to identify a niche. There's a module about that. And with just to kind of give you an idea with niche, it doesn't have to be something like hyper specific. It doesn't have to be something super. I feel like niche is just a way of saying like, what topic do you want to be about? So a niche could be family. Like a niche could be, like obviously my niche is making money from home. So I even post about other stuff besides digital marketing sometimes. My some of my other people's niches, like within the health and wellness space, that's another really big one. Because every human on the planet at some level needs to be healthy, right? And so you can reach everybody in that space, and it's a much broader audience. Um, Same thing with relationships. Everybody on the planet has relationships, and we all need help with them, right? So those are some really good ones to get into. But it could be something else. It could be like, I don't know, like um, cars, or one guy I was talking to loves his infrared sauna, and so he's got like an affiliate partnership with infrared saunas. Those are high tickets. You can make a lot of money off of those sales. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Is the affiliate portion of all this pretty profitable by itself, or do you have to sell your own product or sell coaching where you need to be making 30K a month? Um, Tyson, that's a good question. It's really whatever you want to do. Um, the affiliate portion can be extremely profitable on its own. I think a lot of people like to create their own offer at some point because you have full control over it and you're not dependent on other companies and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes it's really nice to have your own offer. Um, but that's usually more once you're kind of established. Um, that people will kind of transition to that. But you can do very, very well. People make millions of dollars just affiliate product sales without ever creating their own offer. So it's definitely just up to you and what your goals are. You guys have any other questions? Yeah, in the elite program, that's a part of it, is helping you create your own offer if that's the route you want to go. Now, depending on, like, I'll guide you through that whole process. The first conversation that I have people have with my elite students is will take about 30 to 45 minutes where I just kind of really get in the weeds to get to know you and figure out what's going to be the best route for you to go. And it's collaborative. I'm not just dictating it, but like I'll help you make that decision based on my experience. Um, and if that means that if we decide that creating your own offer is the way to go, then I will help you with how to do that. I'll help you with finding the tools to make that happen. And even, I can even help you with the building of that product too sometimes. Um, so yeah, absolutely. Any other questions? Yeah, of course. No problem. Awesome. I'm glad it's been helpful for you, G Maxfield. Um, Definitely thank you guys for getting on and hanging out. It's been really fun for me. Um, Again, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll hang out here for a couple more minutes, but feel free to text me offline too. You've got my number. I'll put it in the chat one more time. 504-402-8266. And would love to even hop on the phone with you guys if you have more in-depth questions you want to talk through.